Hafa students, I am Governor Lou Leon Guerrero. You all have been through a year of big changes. We've had to adapt and make big changes to keep our families and our island safe. But with change comes opportunity and a chance to try new things like PBS University. While Lieutenant Governor Josh Tenorio and I will continue to do our part to keep our island safe, you students have a part to play as well. Your part is to keep learning and to keep up with your lessons. That's why I am happy to see you here ready to learn with PBS University. PBS University is a way to bring a continuous educational curriculum to you while you stay safe at home during this time. To help you keep up with your studies, we asked our friends at PBS Guam and the Guam Department of Education to put together this episode. Thank you for doing your part and have a great lesson.
PBS University is a program by PBS Guam and the Guam Department of Education in conjunction with public school teachers. These lessons are created to provide both parents and students with a unique educational experience while helping students to continue learning at home. PBS University, next on PBS Guam.
1, 2, 3, 4. Come along, let's sing a song. We'll have a great adventure. Today's the day, let's learn and play. We'll have a great adventure. Numbers, letters, science things, all that we can do. Help you deal with how you feel. Share with us too. It's super cool and just like school, our awesome learning adventures. So grab a friend, the fun will end. Our awesome learning adventures. Awesome learning adventures with PBS University.
Ohayo gozaimasu, boys and girls. That means good morning in Japanese. My name is Mrs. Martin, your literacy teacher for 1st and 2nd grade. Are you ready to learn more about consonant digraphs? Great! Let's get to it. Today, we're going to continue consonant digraphs. Remember, consonant digraphs are two consonants put together to make a new sound. And the consonant digraphs we have been working on are found at the beginning of each word. I will introduce to you 2 new consonant digraphs and practice one we've learned from last episode. Do you remember the song that we sang together to learn all about the consonant digraphs? Well, let's sing it again. Put 2 letters together and they make a new sound. Do you remember now? The 2 consonant digraphs that we're going to learn today are TH and WH. And we're going to review SH, which makes the sound sh. Now let's sing it in a song. Let's put 2 letters together and they make a new sound, like T and H make the sound. Your turn. Very good. W, H make the sound. Well, your turn. Well, yeah, it sounds exactly like if W were by itself. So this is a very special consonant digraph. Can you help me find these 3 consonant digraphs in a story? Let's do a scavenger hunt. Are you ready? Great! Let's hop in a book. I'm going to read you a story called There Was an Old Woman, and we're going to use our looking eyes to try to find any word that starts with the consonant digraph that we are practicing today. The 3 consonant digraphs that I want you to look out for are f, u, and sh. Are you ready?
Yes!
There Was an Old Woman Who Lived in a Shoe by Kate Toms. There was an old woman who lived in a shoe. With so many children, what could they all do? Every day, they'd have some fun, but not until the chores were done. Do you see any words that begin with the consonant digraphs that we're practicing today?
There, who, shoe, but, they, the.
Good looking, boys and girls. Let's keep finding some words. On Monday, they have clothes to wash and sheets to clean with a splish and a splosh. Spinning around in the big machine, the laundry is soon all fresh and clean. Well, I see 2 words with the consonant digraphs we are practicing. Can you spot them?
They and sheets.
That's right. Good work, boys and girls. On Tuesday, every child must choose some polish and a pair of shoes. They scrape and brush and polish hard in a line out in the yard. Do you see any consonant digraphs?
They, the.
Let's keep looking. Later on, they go for a swim, put armbands on, and jump right in. They laugh and dive and splash about, and towels are ready when they go out. There was an old woman who lived in a shoe with so many children. How the time flew! Do you see any consonant digraphs?
They, when, there, who, chew, the.
Good looking, boys and girls. On Wednesday, they get on their knees to pick some carrots, beans, and peas. There's lots of digging, gathering berries, and filling bowls with piles of cherries. Then, do you see any consonant digraphs?
They, there, theirs, then.
On Thursday, a trip to the vet to get a checkup for the pets. Once they are home, they brush the fur, listen to the kittens purr. Do you see any?
Thursday.
That's correct. The weekday, Thursday, begins with a consonant digraph.
I see one more.
Oh, you do? Yes. They is also another word. On Friday, it's off to the park to play, a happy way to spend the day. A picnic's packed, the strollers full, and don't forget the bouncy ball.
There's none.
You don't see anything? Good looking, you are correct. By Saturday, the cupboard's bare. The old woman sits in her chair to make a list of things they need, with so many hungry mouths to feed. Do you see any here?
Things and they.
You are so smart. Sunday is the day of rest. See them in their Sunday best, all in a row, one by one. Can you remember the things they've done?
I found one. The, them, their, things, and they's.
Thank you so much for joining me today, boys and girls. I hope you enjoyed literacy learning as much as I did. Don't forget to practice your consonant digraphs, and I'll see you next episode.
Hafa Day, friends, and welcome to PBS University, Math with Mr. Nicholas. My name is Mr. Nicholas. Today, we are going to be talking about comparing 2-digit numbers using tens and ones. Before we begin, let's review some key vocabulary. Are you ready? Great, let's begin.
Our first key vocabulary word is greater than, which means that this number is larger than the other. Let's take a look at these two numbers and compare them, 87 and 57. Let's take a look at the ones place. In the ones place is the number 7. There are 7 ones. Now let's look at the tens place. In 87, there are 8 tens, and in 57, there are 5 tens. Which number is larger or greater than? Did you say 87? Correct. 87 is greater than 57. Notice how the symbol looks like it's opening up to the greater number. Our next term is less than.
Less than means that this number is smaller than the other. So if we looked at the same two numbers again, 87 and 57, which number is less than or smaller? Right, 57. 57 is less than 87. Notice how if the number is less than, the symbol is pointing to it. Our last term is equal to, which means that the numbers or amounts are the same. Let's compare these two numbers, 32 and 32. In the ones place, there are 2 ones, and in the tens place, there are 3 tens. Are these numbers the same? Right, 32 is equal to 32. Great work! All right, guys. Today I've got here with me my friend Warmy. Say hi, Warmy. Warmy is very hungry, and it's time for her snack. Do you think you could help Warmy choose her snack? Okay, great! All right, friends. Now here are Warmy's first 2 choices. In this container, we have 19 snack pieces. And in this container, we have 9 snack pieces. Now, if you were Warmy and you were very, very hungry, which container would you choose that has the larger amount or the greater amount? 19 or 9? Right, 19 is the greater amount. Remember, think about our symbol as Warmy's mouth. Warmy's mouth wants to eat the greater amount. This 19 is greater than. 9 is less than 19. Okay, let's look at Warmy's next 2 choices. Here are Warmy's second 2 choices. In this container, we have 15 snack pieces. And in this container, we also have 15 snack pieces. Is there an amount in either container that is greater than or has a larger amount? No, the amount in both containers are the same or equal to each other. They are equal to each other. 15 is equal to 15. Great job! Thank you so much for helping Warmy choose her snack. Now, let's get some more practice. Say bye, Warmy. All right, mathematicians, let's practice comparing 2-digit numbers. Here is my second set of numbers. I have the number 37 and the number 40. I'm going to build these numbers using base 10 blocks. So remember, I'm going to start with the ones place. In 37, there are 7 ones. Here are my 7 ones. And how many tens are in 37? Correct, 3. 10, 20, 30. Good. Now let's look at the number 40. How many ones are in the number 40? You're right. There are 0 ones in the number 40, so I'm not going to put any ones there. What about my tens? Correct. I have 4 tens blocks, or 4 tens, in the number 40. 10, 20, 30, 40. Which number is larger or which number is greater than? Now, some of you might think that because the number 37 has 7 ones and the number 40 has no ones, that 37 might be the greater number. But I want you to remember, take a look at our tens block and our ones block. Our tens block is made up of how many ones? Right, 10 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So when we look at 2-digit numbers, whatever number has the most tens is the larger number. This number, 37, only has 3 tens, 10, 20, 30. The number 40 has 4 tens, 10, 20, 30, 40. So in this case, In this two set of numbers, 40 is my greater number. Okay, friends, today you learned about how to compare two-digit numbers using tens and ones. I'll see you next time. Bye!
Mabuhay, boys and girls! Mabuhay is a greeting in Tagalog. Mabuhay and welcome back to PBS University. My name is Miss Valencia and today I'm going to be your science teacher. I have a few questions for you all. Do you have a favorite plant? Or maybe even a favorite fruit? Can you find it here on Guam? Well, I'll give you a few hints to what my favorite fruit is. 1 is that it does grow here on Guam. 2, it's a fruit and it sure is sweet. 3, it has a lot of tiny little black seeds in it. Any guesses to what it might be? I'll show you a picture. Take a look. Did you guess papaya? Yes, papaya is in fact my favorite fruit. But have you ever wondered, how does your favorite fruit tree come to be? What does it need in order to grow? Well, in today's lesson here at PBS University, we are going to read a book called A Tree is a Plant by Clyde Robert Bula, illustrated by Stacy Shute. Let's get started. A tree is a plant. A tree is a plant. A tree is the biggest plant that grows. Most kinds of trees grow from seeds the way most small plants do. There are many kinds of trees. Here are a few of them. How many do you know? Let's keep on going. I'm so curious. This tree grows in the country. It grows in your yard too. Do you know what kind it is? This is an apple tree. Now we don't have apple trees here on Guam, but let's just keep on reading. This apple tree came from a seed. The seed was small. It grew inside an apple. Have you ever seen an apple seed? Ask an adult to help you cut an apple in two. The seeds are in the center. They look like this. Most apple trees come from seeds that are planted. Sometimes an apple tree grows from a seed that falls to the ground. The wind blows leaves over the seed. The wind blows soil over the seed. All winter, the seed lies under the leaves and the soil. All winter, the seed lies under the ice and snow and is pushed into the ground. Spring comes, rain falls, the sun comes out and warms the earth. The seed begins to grow. At first, the young plant does not look like a tree. The tree is very small. It has no apples on it. A tree must grow up before it has apples on it. Each year, the tree grows. It grows tall. In 7 years, it is so tall that you can stand under its branches. In the spring, there are blossoms on the tree. Spring is apple blossom time. So pretty. The blossoms last only a few days, then they fall to the ground. Now there are green leaves on the tree. Among the leaves, there are small apples. The apples are where the blossoms were before. The apples are green and they are almost too small for you to see. The apples grow slowly. They grow all during the spring and the summer. In the fall, they are large and ripe. They are ready to eat. We can see the apples and the leaves on the branches. We can see the branches growing out of the trunk. We can see the trunk growing out of the ground. We can see the bark of the tree. The bark covers the branches and the trunk like a coat. But there is a part of the tree that we cannot see. We cannot see the roots. They are under the ground. Some of the roots are large. Some of them are as small as hairs. The roots grow like branches under the ground. A tree could not live without roots. Roots hold the trunk in the ground. Roots keep the tree from falling when the wind blows. Roots keep the rain from washing the tree out of the ground. Roots do something more. They take water from the ground. They carry the water into the trunk of the tree. The trunk carries the water to the branches. The branches carry the water to the leaves. Hundreds and hundreds of leaves grow on the branches. The leaves make food from water and air. They make food when the sun shines. The food goes into the branches. It goes into the trunk and roots. It goes to every part of the tree. Fall comes and winter is near. The work of the leaves is over. The leaves turn yellow and brown. The leaves die and fall to the ground. Now the tree is bare. All winter it looks dead. But the tree is not dead. Under its coat of bark, the tree is alive. Spring comes again. Rain falls. The sun warms the earth. The tree blossoms and new leaves grow. As long as it lives, the apple tree grows. As long as it lives, the apple tree blossoms in the spring, and apples grow on it. When do you like apple trees best? In the spring, when they are covered with blossoms? In the summer, when they are covered with leaves? In the winter, when they are bare? Or in the fall, when they are covered with apples? The end. What a great story! Now, what are some other plants that we can plant here on Guam? I'll give you a hint. One of them is my favorite fruit, and I mentioned it earlier. Do you guys remember? Yes, a papaya tree. You do remember. We can plant papaya trees here, and mango trees, maybe some coconut trees, and all it needs is water, sunlight, air, and nutrients. And that was all that we've learned from this book. Boys and girls, everyone, kiss your brain, because you all did such a great job at listening today. I'll see you back next week here in PBS University. Bye!
Hafa students, welcome to PBS University. My name is John Fernandez, and I'm the superintendent of the Guam Department of Education. These PBS University lessons are made to help you to continue learning. The teachers here prepared fun lessons on science, character education, math, English, and more, and they made it for you, the students of Guam. We're very grateful to them for their instruction. We're also thankful for you students, parents, and guardians who are watching. Remember, stay safe and healthy, and we'll see you soon in the next school year. Thank you.
Привет! That's how we say hello in Russian. Welcome back to PBS University, boys and girls. I'm Mrs. Pegarito, your first and second grade social studies teacher. And today we are going to be talking about how to be a good citizen. The people who live in Russia are called Russian citizens. That means they live there and have the responsibility to take care of their country.
A good citizen is responsible.
Oh, hello, Gakota. Everyone say Привет, Gakota. Gakota is our pet gecko.
Mrs. Pegarito and Gakota are from Guam. That means we have the responsibility to take care of our island. Hi, Gakota.
Привет.
Today, we are talking about how to be a good citizen. Let's spell it. Citizen. Spell it with me. C
C
I
I
T
T
I
I
Z
Z
E
E
N.
N.
Citizen. Do you know how to be a good citizen, Gakota?
I forgot.
Oh, it's okay, Gakota, because that's what we're learning about today. Boys and girls, what is a good citizen?
A good citizen never quits and never give up. I think a good citizen helps its country and is kind to everyone in their country.
You can be a good citizen by following the rules and laws, by listening to teachers and parents.
To be a good citizen, you could be kind, pick up trash, and volunteer.
A good citizen is someone who obeys laws, is respectful and helpful to others in need.
Oh, now I get it.
Now Gakota gets it. That is so awesome, boys and girls. Now we know what a good citizen is. How do you become a good citizen? Well, first, a good citizen is safe.
Is safe.
Yes, safe. A good citizen is safe. Take a look at these two pictures. In the first picture, we see a boy pushing another boy so he can get on the monkey bars first. In the second picture, we see 3 children lining up to take turns on the monkey bars. Which picture shows good citizenship? Right, this picture. Because the children here are being safe. We can be safe by lining up and taking turns in the playground. It is not safe to hurt each other or push each other out of the way so that we can be first. A good citizen is respectful. Take a look at these 2 pictures. In the first picture, we see children sharing a snack. In the second picture, we see children trying to pull someone off the monkey bars. Which picture shows good citizenship? Right, this one. This shows good citizenship because the children are respecting each other. They are being nice and friendly. A good citizen is responsible. Let's take a look at these 2 pictures. In the first picture, we see a boy throwing his trash in the trash can. In the second picture, we see a girl running away from her mess and a boy throwing his trash on the ground. Which picture shows good citizenship? Very good. This picture shows good citizenship because the boy is taking care of his environment. And a good citizen respects his environment and does not damage it in any way. We can be a good citizen by helping our parents at home or doing our chores and our daily routines. What are some of the chores you do at home?
I help my mom with the laundry. I help to cook dinner and set the table. I take out the trash. I help wash the dog. I keep clean by washing my hands and brushing my teeth. And I help garden.
We can also be a good citizen by following the rules in school and listening to our teacher. We can help our classmates. We can also be a good citizen by being quiet when our teacher is talking or when our classmates are trying to shh, Dakota! Learn.
Oh, sorry.
Remember, being a good citizen means taking care of other people and our environment. So let's practice good citizenship. I'll see you next time, boys and girls. Bye.
Bye.
Hafide and konnichiwa, boys and girls, and welcome back to PBS University Guam. My name is Mrs. Estella, and did you know konnichiwa is how you say good afternoon in Japan? So today's lesson, boys and girls, we're going to talk about a topic that we always feel when something doesn't go our way. Have you ever been angry or upset with something that someone did to you or said to you, or when you were disappointed because something didn't happen the way you thought? Well, today we're going to talk about how we can handle when we feel angry and what are some things we can do to help us calm down. Our I can statement today says, I can practice how to stay calm whenever I feel angry. Good. I can practice how to stay calm whenever I feel angry. Very good. Now, show me your best angry face. Show me your best happy face. Show me your sad face. Show me your scared face. Or show me your face when you are totally bored. Bored. Nothing to do. So with all those emotions, one of the things that happens when we're angry is we feel really, really upset and we feel really stressed out. We're going to talk to some of my helpers today about what are some things you can do to help you stay calm.
I come in my room and then this green chair helps me when I rock it back and forth.
Sometimes when I'm angry, I love music.
My mom taught me just go outside and just take a breath.
What keeps myself from getting angry is, I think, doing art.
Thank you for sharing your ideas and thank you for sharing your feelings. So now that we learned about some ways we can cope and help calm down whenever we're feeling angry, I want us to do a little fun activity at home. You're going to need a sheet of paper, okay? And then I have here my coloring utensils, anything that you have to color with. You're going to need at least to choose 4 different colors, okay? The very first thing you need to do is take your paper. You're going to fold your paper in half, just like this. And then you're going to fold your paper in half one more time, just like this, okay? So you folded your paper a total of twice, and when you open it up, you should have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4 squares. Now we're gonna make a color poem for our feelings. All right, boys and girls, these are my helpers, my daughters. Please say hello to my helper, Brooklyn.
Hi, I'm Brooklyn.
And say hello to my helper, Charlotte.
Hi, I'm Charlotte.
Now they're gonna do their feelings poem or their color poem. So girls, I'm gonna need your help. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I want you to think of a color out of all the colors you have here on the table. Which of these colors makes you think about when you're angry? Choose one color.
Red.
Okay, get your color.
Red.
All right, so you're going to put it in the first box, point to the box. Now color your box. So this color represents when you're what?
Mad.
Mad or angry. Good. Okay, so are you ready for the next color? Okay, so think about a color that when you're feeling sad, what color makes you feel sad?
Blue. I'll pick, no, this one. Because it has like a nice.
Okay, now Brooklyn, what would you like to choose?
Dark blue.
Okay.
What dark blue do I want?
There's one dark blue right there.
Oh, what a good helper, sister. All right, so you're going to point to the second box and go. All right, so now choose a color that makes you feel happy.
Violet.
So violet, okay. And Charlotte, what color makes you feel happy?
I'm thinking.
Okay, ready? Point to the third square and color. So we're on our last color. Which color makes you think about when you're afraid or scared?
I pick gray.
Gray? And Brooklyn?
Black.
Okay, on your mark, get set, color! All right, girls, we're all done. Now show the boys and girls at home your artwork. Wow, that looks so awesome. Good job. Well, boys and girls, I hope today's lesson really helped you learn some ways that you can practice how to stay calm whenever you feel angry or stressed out. And also, I hope you had fun when we did our color poem. And you can try it at home with any different feeling that you have. But we just chose those 4 feelings to focus on. But for today, boys and girls, I hope you also take away the very important 3 promises. That 1, I promise to never hurt myself whenever I feel angry. 2, I promise to never hurt anyone whenever I feel angry. And 3, I promise to never hurt anything when I feel angry. Keep those promises to stay safe and to help you be able to calm down faster. But most of all, boys and girls, please stay safe. And I hope to see you when I see you. Goodbye for now. Adios. Bye.
Happy welcome my little Dikiki friends to PBS University. It's tomorrow time. I'm Senora Loretta and our Dikiki friend is
Mattingen.
Mattingen. Let's welcome our friends. Ready? A uno, a dos, a uno, dos, tres. Happy day, friends! Today's lesson is on Tautau Comunidad, which means people in our community. Do you know any people in our community?
I know some people.
Okay, here are some people you may know in our community. The first Tautau Comunidad is the mayor. Mayor. And how we say that in Chamorro is Mahot. Mattingen. Mahot. Can you share with our friends how to say Mahot?
Mahot. Mahot. Mahot.
Gof, Malik. The second person in our Tautau Comunidad is police. Police. Policia. Policia. Let's try that.
Policia. Policia. Policia.
Ah, you said that very, very wonderful. The next person in our Tautau Comunidad is a firefighter. A firefighter. Yes, and that's a hose. Tautau Kimason. Tautau Kimason. Let's try that together.
Tautau Kimason. Tautau Kimason. Tautau Kimasan.
Ah, wonderful. The next person in our Tautau Comunidad is Doctor. Doctor. Medico. Medico. Like a stethoscope. Yeah, medico. Let's try that.
Medico. Medico. Medico.
Ah, perfect. The next Tautau Comunidad is a little bit, I think you guys know this person, a little bit like Jolly too. And that's the bus driver. Let's try that. Drive-in bus. Drive-in bus. That's a bus driver. Let's try saying that.
Drive-in bus. Drive-in bus. Drive-in bus.
Okay, perfect. This part we're going to learn a little bit of adjectives that we could use simple sentences in Chamorro for our Tautau Comunidad. And these simple adjectives is smart. Smart. And how we say that in Chamorro is malati. Malati. Can you say that?
Malati. Malati.
Okay, let's use that with one of the Tautau Comunidad, like the mayor. Do you remember how to say mayor?
Mahot.
Oh, Gov Malik. So we're going to say Malati I Mahot.
Malati I Mahot.
Gov Malik. The next adjective is fast. Sadik. Sadik. Let's try that.
Sadik. Sadik. Sadik.
Gov Malik. And so, boys and girls, we're going to use that in a simple sentence. Sadik I Policia. Sadik I Policia. Let's try that.
Sadik I Policia. Sadik I Policia.
All right. That was so wonderful. The next adjective is funny. Natsalik. Natsalik. Let's try that.
Natsalik. Natsalik.
Oh, good job. And that means like very funny. So who do you think is so funny in our community?
Drive-in bus.
Oh, perfect. Let's try that in a simple sentence. Ready? Natsalik I drive-in bus.
Natsalik I drive-in bus.
Gov Malik. Luka. Luka. Luka means tall. Let's try that.
Look at. Look at. Look at.
What do you think luka means?
Tall.
Oh, good job. Tall. So we can say one of the Tautau Comunidad is short and the other is tall. Who should we use as a simple sentence?
We should use Loka for Tautau Kimasan.
Oh, okay, let's try that for Tautau Kimasan. Ready? Loka I Tautau Kimasan. Loka I Tautau Kimasan. Let's try that.
Loka I Tautau Kimasan. Loka I Tautau Kimasan.
Good job. I'm so proud of you. And I'm so proud of you, boys and girls. Okay, Femagun. That was our Tautau Comunidad. Mahot, Policia, Tautau Kimasan, Medical, Drive-in bus. And don't forget our adjectives. Malati, Sadik, Natsalik, very funny, Loka, Esta Makputsumoro, Nat Safo Hamzu, Ajas.
Ajas.
Fast, fun facts. Fast, fun facts. With Mr. Ernest Ochoco. Namaste. That is Hindi for the light in me honors the light in you. What a beautiful way to say hello to someone. So today for our fast fun fact with Mr. Ernest Ochoco, that's me, we're going to explore some of the positive affirmations that we can use to help de-stress us through meditation. Now I've got my little trusty singing bowl. Isn't it cute? It's gonna sing for us. Okay, let's try it. Here we go. And that helps clear our energy. Now we're going to do our breathing for our affirmations. And we're going to do this. We're going to breathe in the words I am just inside your head. You're going to do this all in your head. And you're going to exhale a positive affirmation. Now I'm going to speak it out because I want you to know what's happening in my head when I do this. But in real life, you're just going to have this all internal. Okay? So I'm going to breathe in I am. I am. Happiness. One more time. I am. Peace. And you can use any word that you think is a positive affirmation for yourself. And you can do this for as long as you like. And you can use any words that will help you feel better. So let's do another one. I'm going to breathe in. I am. And I'm going to exhale strength. Let's do courage. I am. Courage. And that's all it takes. So have a happy, positive day. For your fast fun fact, this is Mr. Ernest Ochoco. Bye.
Hafa students, I'm Lieutenant Governor Josh Tenorio. For more than a year now, you all have continued to wash your hands and watch your distance from others, and you've done a really great job wearing your masks. We know your parents and guardians have helped you to make these changes to keep yourself and your community safe. As Governor Leon Guerrero said, we are happy you are here. We want you to continue to learn and sharpen your skills with the help of PBS University. This program is the result of a collaborative effort. We couldn't do it alone. I'd like to thank the teachers and support staff of the Guam Department of Education and PBS Guam for their work and their commitment to our students. I'd also like to thank you students for participating at home. To your parents, I'd like to thank you for taking an active role in your child's education. We are all eager to return to a time when all of us can share and study together in person. Until then, we hope you learned something new from this PBS University instruction.